Do we really need an intro?
Intro!
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another Switch review. Before we begin, I just want to say thank you to Keeps and Cables again for sending through these Gopolar Outva Yin and Yang switches. Keeps and Cables has been my go-to store here down under for about as long as I've been in this hobby, and it's amazing to see how they've grown. Also, Switchmas in July is coming up in a few days, starting on the 25th of July, so do head over to Keeps and Cables to have a look. Anyway, manufactured by SWK, both the Yin and Yang come with a full nylon housing and a 13.7mm palm stem. They come factory lubed with what seems to be the dry or oil type and not your typical 205G0 or 3203. The fully black Yin Tactile switches have a 15mm spring with about a 60 grams bottom out force and a total travel of 3.5mm. The opposing Yang linear switches are completely white and come with a 20mm two-stage spring with a bottom-out force of about 58 grams and a total travel of 3.7mm. Now, if you're into your clacky sound profile, you'll love both these switches. Of all the switches that I've ever come across, these have to be the clackiest switches on the market at the moment. They've even turned my usually muted and marbly Mammoth 75 into a clack machine. I mean, have a listen to this and the sound tests after. factory seems to have done a good job with their lubing. Both are exceptionally smooth straight out of the bag and don't require any additional modifications to achieve a smooth typing experience. I mean, you could film them, but it's really up to you. As a personal preference, I do like my switches to have a snappier upstroke, and the Yin Tactiles do feel a bit sluggish to me. But as I've said, that's just me. You might like it that way, and that's okay. To get around this issue, I swapped in some longer springs, and it felt just fine after. So that's it then. Review done, sound test done, video done. It's a shame, really. I know the manufacturer has acknowledged this problem, and it sounds like they have begun shipping out replacements to vendors. The Yin Tactiles have a problem with self-actuations happening all over the place, to the point that they become unusable. Mine was actually very aggressively self-actuating to the point that multiple shortcuts were being activated on my PC and had some settings changed, and then nothing, nada. No response to any input. From what I hear, the replacements work fine, and if you are considering getting the Yin Tactiles, just confirm with your vendor that they are actually the good replacement batch and not the original. Gopolar's previous iteration of a tactile switch, the Azuri Dragons, have been one of my favorite tactile switches for a long time now, and it's unfortunate to see that they've had these problems with the Yin Tactiles through SWK. So, all in all, if you're chasing that high-pitched clack, these yin and yang switches are for you, but definitely make sure, double sure to check if you are getting a good batch before you dive in. It doesn't hurt to always check with the vendor if you can. Do remember to check out Keeps and Cables for Switchmas in July, starting in just a few days. So, thanks again for watching, and catch you in the next one.